What's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing a review of this TURBRO dehumidifier. This thing is an absolute beast, has a built-in water pump. It's a dehumidifier with a pump, so you just run this little cable, you can kind of see it in the corner there, to wherever you want, and it can actually pump up to 16 feet straight up. It's got a couple different features, weighs a ton. We're going to break it down and look into it and then go over my experience. I had a flood recently and I've been using this thing a bunch, so I'll tell you my thoughts on it. Let's get into it. So this is the TURBRO Greenland GL190P. This thing is an absolute beast. Let me go over the build real quick. So you've got two wheels on the back, and thank God for that because it is very, very heavy. You do have convenient little carry handles that fold out on both sides here, which that is very nice as well. And then you've got this little thing which you can rock it back and then roll it around like that. And this has a nice little padded handle. So the unit itself is relatively simple here. We've got our main buttons up here. We'll go over what all of these functions are. Right now this is reading 70% humidity in this room. So we will go ahead and turn this thing on and test basically how quick does it drop it in an hour. This does not have an internal storage tank. You have to use the tube, and the tube is a nice material here. It does not kind of kink up. You can fold it, flex it however you want, and I've got it just going into a bucket here. So this is a 5-gallon bucket. I've filled up a pretty dang good amount. So this was overnight because like I mentioned, I had a leak in the ceiling here, so I've just been running this thing. It's not running right now. One last thing we're also going to check is the wattage. I want to see how much watts does this thing pull. Okay, so let's go ahead. I've got a watt meter plugged in here, pulling 0 watts, just sitting here with the meter on. So if we go ahead and hit power here, it's going to immediately go to continuous mode. So you hear the fan ramp up, and then you hear the compressor ramp up. And I'll give you a quick look inside here. So we've got this. Our water pump is down there, and then a removable filter right here that it can be cleaned over time. So this is now showing that we are at about 60% humidity in here. So you could leave it on continuous and it's just gonna run, or what I would rather do is turn off continuous, and now you're in what's called normal mode, and you can set what you want your humidity to be. So if I want it to be 30, then I can leave it at that, and then we should hear the compressor turn on here in a second. All right, the compressor is now on, so we can see we're at 57. It is 3 o'clock. We're gonna wait an hour and see what the humidity is down here. I'm gonna keep all the doors closed and all that. This is pulling a lot of watts, so we are at 863 watts. I'll also go ahead and empty our bucket here and see how much water we can get in an hour as well. About 25 minutes later, and we are already down to 49% humidity. Let's keep it going. All right, been about 40 minutes now. We're down to 47, so significant drop in humidity already. But now I want to see the drain feature in action. Now this will go off automatically when it gets full, but I want to go ahead and do it now. Press it and hold it. The red light should come on. And then we can see here all of the water that we have pulled from the air in just like 20 minutes. Is pretty crazy. Now, so one of the cool things about this one specifically is that this tube is 16 foot long. So you can actually pump this up 16 feet or infinite amount of feet if you don't go up in distance. So you guys can see in there, there's still a little bit of water dripping out. But we pulled all of that in 40 minutes. Not bad at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop this test here. I don't really want to go below 40 right there. So now the compressor turns off, the fan is still on, and we drop to 176 watts when it's just using the fan. And by the way, this is the exhaust right here. It is really blowing out of there right now. So this will continue to run the fan for just a little bit, and then it will turn off the unit completely.